gotta call Tim right now. Yo, Tim Apple. Player, hold up, man. Why you have to hit him with the haymaker like that? You didn't even raise your prices. You gave us so much more sauce and kept the prices the same. And not only that, iPhone 12 mini? You guys have an iPhone for every budget. A $400 iPhone, a $500 iPhone, a $600 iPhone, a $700, and it goes on. I just watched the event. I gotta talk to my audience right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them the scoop and stuff. But look, man, like I've been saying, man, our relationship has been developing. It's a lot of, I wanna review them all. So I need you to send me everything. You can't, but what? Hey, hold on 1 second. I got something to... Player won't send me no iPhones. Yo, did you just watch the brand new Apple event? I want to talk about the new iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro. I will make a brief short mention of the HomePod Mini, starting off at $99, home integrations and so forth, the intercom, few features that are pretty decent about the HomePod Mini, but the HomePod originally wasn't the greatest release or reviews from the consumer, so we'll see if the HomePod Mini can give redemption to Apple and their home speaker and so forth, but a lot of decent features on that thing. But I really want to talk about the kit and caboodle, the main event, what we all are here for, and that's the iPhone 12 announcement. iPhone 12 mini, iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 12 Pro Max, and boy did Apple give us a ton, and yet they did not raise their prices. Again, Apple did not raise their prices this year. Apple is hitting the competition with a haymaker because they understand the market at this point. I've already given up my gripes about the price increase on say no 20 Ultra. I didn't appreciate that for the lack of upgrades and sauce for the price hike to happen. Well, anyways, amongst all of those things, we got Apple giving us increase in camera. Listen, there's a reason why I tell up and coming creators who say they can only start with a phone to just go with an iPhone. And this, I'm gonna tell you why. That's a lot to get into. Let's get into the video. My name is CJ, this is CJ Knows Tech, where I like to get to know tech, use tech, abuse tech, and come back and report to you about that very tech to help you make a more informed tech purchase decision. Let's talk about this iPhone 12, baby. Now, first thing first, on the iPhone 12, we are given a color selection. You guys, we got red, we have blue, we have green, we have white, and we have black. And then, in this year's iteration of the iPhone, we have the new redesign. Nothing new to us if you've been following the rumor mill, and you know we have the flat edges making a return on the iPhone 12. Now these design elements are some of the most favorite design elements of the iPhone of previous mentions, such as the iPhone 4, 4S, and 5. But also, not only that, they're giving us a far more durable glass on this. This is supposedly one of the most durable glasses on any smartphone. You know, glass and durability don't necessarily go hand in hand, but let's give it a shot. Let's talk about what technology Apple has implemented in this brand new iPhone 12 as far as the glass strength and technology and durability and all that good stuff, but it's still glass. So the new glass being implemented is called ceramic shield. They break it down in the video. You can watch the video and see how it works, but it's supposed to be a lot stronger. And hey, if every year and year we get closer and closer to, I guess, indestructible glass, which I don't know if that's a such thing, I'm all for it, but let the indestructible glass be a thing. In the iPhone 12, it is supposed to be 11% thinner, 15% lighter, and 15% smaller. And the idea of smaller, thinner, lighter phones appeals to me. Now, I understand when we talk about weight, it's subjective, but at the end of the day, a smaller, thinner, lighter phone appeals to me more than a bigger, heavier, clunky phone. Now, granted, we got the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which we'll talk about later, which is their big offering at a 6.7-inch display in the same form factor. So they were able to not increase the phone, but also get the display larger. I like this initiative because, as we all know, it's only so much bigger that a phone could get until we just have to fold it in half. And that's where foldable phones come in, but that's a thing of the future. Let's talk about what's now. Another big mention in this event was that 5G is coming to iPhones. I mean, 5G is a thing that we could talk about, but it's not a thing of now. It's kind of a thing of the future. So I'll keep that segment short. That's it. Also coming to the iPhone 12, as if we didn't know, the next iteration of Apple's chip, the A14 Bionic, which of course will be the fastest chip in any smartphone on the market. Every year, Apple is ahead. Matter of fact, if I quote Apple and what they said at the event, while our competition struggles or scrambles, I think they said, to catch up to our last year's chip, we have already moved on to. Basically, in a nutshell, Tim Apple and them said they are struggling to catch up with our last year's chip while we are on to this year's chip. And that's just a thing that's a known given. Apple's A13, A14, all of their bionic chips are always in a class of their own. They're always the fastest, they're always the most powerful. And it's just something that's just is what it is. And the things that they are capable of, you know, I mean, the video editing, the video quality, just what you can push and develop with these A14 and A13 chips inside of the iPads and the iPhones is absolutely phenomenal, which is why these chips are coming over to the Mac, iMac, and MacBook Pro formats in the future. The iPhone is the fastest. Yeah. And I say this just stating facts. It's not about a bias or anything. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah. Let's start talking about some of the camera improvements that they've given us. We won't go into all, we'll stick to the iPhone 12 right now and 12 mini because these both have the exact same features, baby. You can pay less, get a smaller size, but get all of the same features as the larger size. This is what all phones should be doing. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be the Plus or Ultra model that differs from the regular model. Just saying. Now we're getting a brand new wide lens with a f1.6 aperture, you guys. Now, for those of you who don't know, the lower the number in aperture, the more bokeh, the more light that comes in, the more saucy the photo will be and video performance. I love fast aperture lenses. Matter of fact, this is a 35 f1. What is this on my thing? I'm using a 35mm f1.8 lens right now. That's how I get the bokeh effects, blur out my background a little bit, get a little separation, so the more the focus is on me and not so much what's going on behind me. Not like there's much going on behind me in this shot. And this is just gonna help with low light performance, and that's the big thing. You guys are taking your selfies and your photos at nighttime as well as daytime. Daytime is the best time, but if you have to take it at night, you want it to perform. And this improvement in a faster aperture is gonna give you exactly that. Not only did they implement a new camera, but they're giving us MagSafe technology. You guys remember MagSafe? Some of you guys may have had the MacBook Pros, like the MacBook Pro Retina and stuff, where we had MagSafe charging, which they took away for USB-C, and we was kind of tight about it. Well, it has returned, but this time in the form of the technology for an iPhone. You got all of these new accessories like the MagSafe wallet, MagSafe chargers, and so forth. So this is just gonna open up the way that we charge our iPhones and change it. Now, yes, the cat is out the bag. There is no charger or headphones and so forth coming inside of this iPhone 12 box. The box is a lot slimmer, a matter of fact, because all you're getting is the phone and the lightning to USB-C charging cable. But the initiative is for the betterment of the earth and all of our you know, disposal of these components and things like that, because at this day and age, a lot of people have these items. I mean, you can go out and purchase these accessories, obviously, but at the end of the day, it's for the betterment of the earth. So we kind of understand, and I know a lot of people are tight about not getting a charging brick inside of the box. It is what it is. Now, as you guys heard me mention, there is the iPhone 12 mini. This is the 5.4-inch iPhone version, which is even smaller than the older previous 4.7-inch iPhones. This is the phone that I think is gonna appeal to a lot of people because it has a nice price tag to it, as well as it has that smaller phone for those of you who are not a big fan of the big phone era. I'm starting to get fatigue of big phone fatigue, but I do like the big phone screen. So, you know, I'm at a loss for choices, which is why I'm gonna pick up a handful of these iPhone devices to speak to you and help you guys pick the right iPhone 12 for you. But at the end of the day, we have so many options. So you have this 5.4-inch edge-to-edge display inside of a small body, which equals the iPhone 12 mini, without having to sacrifice any features that are on the current iPhone 12, which boasts a 6.1-inch display. So if you don't want the 6.1-inch and you want to drop down to a 5.4-inch, have a smaller form factor iPhone, you have that choice in the iPhone 12 mini. Both of these displays are Super Retina XDR. You know, they both for the sauce, baby. You're getting all of the sauce that Apple offers in the display. You just get to pick your screen size and phone size, which is dope. So with that being said, the iPhone 12 mini is starting at $699 and the iPhone 12 is starting at $799. The peach green tea? Yes. Now this all brings me to the creme de la creme of the event, the iPhone 12 Pro. This thing looks beautiful. Me. Oh my goodness. Yo, you guys, the iPhone 12 Pro is bringing the heat this year. We thought we got our socks knocked off with the iPhone 11 Pro, but the 12 Pro, not only is the design and the visual of this thing very pleasing, but what this thing can do, especially in the camera department. Let's get into it. iPhone 12 Pro, let's talk about it. So they've refined the stainless steel flat edge that we have now, and it looks amazing. Honestly, the gold is talking to me. That gold is calling my name. Comment down below and let me know what color iPhone 12 Pro you looking at. The iPhone 12 Pro is going from a 5.8 inch display to a 6.1 inch display, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max is going from a 6.5 inch display to a 6.7 inch display. And this is all while keeping the same similar form factor as the previous iPhone 11 Pro. So we're not getting a bigger phone per se, but we are getting a bigger display. Yo, shout out to Apple for that design engineering and just keeping that initiative of, you know, tailoring the limits of how we're pushing the phone size and kind of keeping it more manageable to a degree, and also giving us a large selection of phone sizes. I mean, literally, you can go from the iPhone SE up, and I'll talk more about that later because the pricing along the lineup is nuts right now. So we're getting the Super XDR display, you know, the Super Retina XDR, you know, basically getting the dope AMOLED panel. Now the focus of the iPhone 12 Pros currently right now is just for the pro creator, especially in the camera department, you guys. We are getting Deep Fusion added to all camera modules on this device, all four, from the front to the 3 in the rear, which is a super dope improvement, as well as these aperture improvements. Now the ultra wide camera on the iPhone 12 Pro boasts a aperture of f2.4. Now there's a big thing with the iPhone 12 Pro Max when it comes to the camera department because they're able to put larger sensors. And also, not only are we getting larger sensors, but we're also getting sensors that move for stabilization. Sensor shift. This is making the iPhone 12 Pro Max far more appealing to me because I am a creator and I am big on my video and photography. If you're huge in that area, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is going to speak to you. A lot of content creators and so forth are going to be staring at this iPhone 12 Pro Max because they were able to go larger and bigger in the camera department because it's a larger and bigger camera phone body. These improvements are going to offer like huge leaps and bounds when it comes to video and photography performance on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Another thing they announced with these iPhone 12 Pro models, the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max, is Apple Pro RAW. This is gonna give us photo quality of raw photos and raw editing and just raw capabilities all within the iPhone. And for those of you who don't know or care about Apple Pro RAW, hey yo, just grab an iPhone 12. But if you wanna learn and understand, go look up what raw photos do and see how much more manipulation and colors and just overall quality you get. This is the first smartphone to record Adobe Vision HDR video. You guys are able to record in HDR, Adobe Vision. This is just taking the iPhone video camera to the next level. This is why, as I say, and I always recommend to creators who have to start on a smartphone to just go Apple because they have the best video performance on a smartphone. Hate it, I love it, it is what it is. And of course, we're being given the LiDAR sensor on the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max, which is just gonna add for sensing of depth and so forth. This is just gonna take that AI and that algorithm in combination with these camera sensors and so forth to the next level. And as I said before, they did not raise their prices. Apple is giving you the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max at the exact same price as last year's iPhone 11 Pro when it dropped. The iPhone 12 Pro coming in at $999 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max coming in at $1099. Also with the base storage being doubled from 64 gigabytes to 128 gigabytes. It's about time. I've been calling Tim Apple and telling him we need 128 gigabytes as the base storage, period, and they have finally delivered in that category. Shout out to Apple for finally taking the leap and meeting the market. So here's the crazy thing about the current lineup in Apple iPhones that's available in pricing. You guys, you have an iPhone SE at $399. Then you have the iPhone XR at $499. You have an iPhone 11 starting at $599. You have the iPhone 12 coming in at $699. And then we have the iPhone 12 Pro starting at $999. Every iPhone for every budget and every wallet. The thing is, I understand. Some people have their differences and their feelings towards Apple, so be it. We got a huge improvement with iOS 14 and somewhat of the customization of the iPhone home screens and so forth. You see a lot of people taking it to the next level. You see a lot of things being offered, and you see Apple opening up more to what the consumer has to say and giving us more of that. I'm seeing this going forward in Apple, and this is something that I'm excited about. As someone who has followed Apple's timeline over time since the first iPhone and just seeing the growth and the transition, and also since Tim Apple has taken over, just seeing the initiative of him pushing towards the consumer, this is just very exciting, and this just shows that Apple is here to play in the market. They're here to be competitive, and they're here to sell smartphones, and that they will. I mean, you got an iPhone at every price point and every budget at this case in point, so there's no longer the excuse or the argument of the pricing. Now, there are other features that are offered, such as 120 hertz, so forth, but the reason why Apple didn't give us a 120 hertz screen is because they couldn't give it to us the way that they wanted to in time. You gotta understand, when Apple does something, they want it to work the way that Apple wants it to work, and the ProMotion is a really dope technology, and it was unable to be perfected in time, which is why we have to wait to the next generation of iPhones. But really, the whole argument, if it doesn't have 120 hertz and all that stuff, you guys are being spec sheet thoughts, and I just have to keep it real. Let's stop being technology snobs, and let's just appreciate what is given, the actual positive gains that we are seeing, and the truth of the fact of the matter that the iPhone 12, iPhone 12 mini, iPhone 12 Pro, and 12 Pro Max all have a great offering to the current iPhone user and maybe future iPhone users. So shout out to Apple for this Apple event. It was really dope, really nice. My name is CJ. This is CJ Knows Tech, where I like to use tech, buy tech, get to know tech, and sometimes abuse tech in the name of helping you make a more sound decision in your tech purchases. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, baby, and come back for more dope Apple content, smartphone content, smartwatch content. I got the Apple Watch 6 series video coming, Apple Watch SE videos coming, and a ton more of technology dope videos with this fun personality. I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for your support.